Happy Sunday! I'm in my brand new office. You can't see much of it here. I still have to work on lighting. I'm unpacking it as we speak. But I am going to share with you guys my prior week fasting hours and associated eating hours. Again, if this is your first time watching, I share these just to show you how I make fasting fit my life, not make my life fit fasting. I find OMAD and fasting just to be extremely flexible. I move my eating windows to whatever is important to me, and I'm excited to share that with you guys on a regular basis. I get questions on how to implement that all the time, so if you're wondering, if you're new, I hope this helps, and feel free to pause at any moment to get exact hours, because I don't really go line by line, but it's out here as I'm sharing it for you to kind of pause, look at if you want a general idea. So we are going to add, here it is. So you can see I'm pausing it. I fasted anywhere between, let's see, 20 hours was my lowest, up to 34 hours. I did have a down day this week. I wanted to have an up day on Friday. We had a lot going on Friday, and I purposely did a down day. And actually, I was talking to someone about this earlier this week. I have not done a 500 calorie meal in a long time because it's simply easier for me to just not eat than to take the time to figure out 500 calorie meals. And I like having 500 calorie down days, but I just did a full fast. So I didn't have a down day or a meal on my down day. But on the, let me think here, the 16th, I had a full 24-hour fast because I broke my fast at the same time I stopped eating the day before. And my husband and I had a late night date night. I was going to eat the same takeout as him, but then my mother-in-law gave me barbecue pulled pork. So I made like a pork, onion, pickle bowl. And then when I got him Qdoba carryout, I just had chips, guac, and queso. And I didn't even eat that much of it, but I ate later. Then I had a complete down day. And then I met a friend for breakfast on Friday, which was really nice. So eating the breakfast was why I did a down day. I wanted to meet the friend for breakfast. Our kids had a half day, and it was a restaurant that I really wanted to try. Of course, the companionship of a friend was fun, but I didn't say, hey, I only eat my OMAD at dinner. I adjusted my hours. I did a down day beforehand so that I could have an eating window and still have a long fast beforehand in the morning. And then we went to a movie later in the day. I got concessions. I'd say I'm about 50-50, maybe 75-25. I often skip concessions if we go to the movies. And most of the time it's just because I know I don't feel the best after I do it. I had concessions, ate dinner afterwards. I enjoyed the movie, but it's not something that when I do it, I think, oh, I need to do that all the time. So I did enjoy the concessions, but having an up day on Friday meant I had room for the breakfast. I had room for concessions at the movies. The things that I wanted to do, I made room for it. And everything else, I think, was a pretty straight OMAD. I can't think of anything that I really flexed for other than that. I eat dinner with my family pretty much every night. So now we'll keep the video or the movie going. I see there are comments popping up. I just want to let you guys know this is not one where I interact with comments based on input from others. So Wednesday, I really try to interact with your guys' comments, talk, but I do appreciate watching, whether live or not. This is meant to be something, that could be referenced many times if you're looking to see how to adjust a fasting schedule. So let's see, I'm trying to think what day this would have started on. When did the week of this start? Somehow it seems impossible that was the 12th. It doesn't seem like it's that late in the year. But you can see I broke my fast at 3:12, closed it at 5. It's very hard to read on this screen. I'm sorry, I know that's grainy. 5:49 or 5:40 maybe. Then I had a 20-hour and 25-minute fast. Broke my fast at 2:14, closed it at 4:10. And then I fasted until 4:38 the next day and 5:41, so less than an hour eating window. Fasted another 24 hours. So I don't know. Okay, 5:41 and 10:36. That's the night where I had the pulled pork not sandwich. I just ate the pulled pork with onions and pickles. It was really good. And then had the snack later with my husband. Pretty much a standard OMAD. That's why there's so many 20 to 22, 23, 24 hours, and then the one really long fast. And you can see I ate at 8:34. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even realize this. And then I closed my eating window at 8:34 p.m. So it was exactly a 12-hour eating window. And actually, after the movies, I thought, okay, I'm probably going to close my eating window. I definitely had my 6 hours. On an up day, I always make sure I eat at least 2 meals in an up day, or at least 2 meals in 6 hours. However, I had a very large breakfast, and it was very satisfying. I didn't want lunch. So before we went to the movies, I just had some carrots and cucumbers and some grapes. Basically, the fruits and veggies, when I was making my kids' lunches, I just snacked on a few of those. And then I had popcorn and Reese's Pieces at the movies, and I was like stuffed. So I thought, oh, that'll just be the end of it. Well, it wasn't long after the movies we got home, and I was like hungry for an actual meal. So I just kept my window open and had dinner. So it was really simple week, other than the down day before the up day, and that's enjoyable. I like moving my eating window. I am trying to think. I just did my meal plan, but I didn't really think of having a down day before an up day of Thanksgiving. But I don't think I'm going to, simply because we're just going. I'm not trying to hop between multiple families where I want to eat multiple times throughout the week. We're just going to my in-laws, one meal. So I'm probably going to treat Thanksgiving like an OMAD. But if I were going to, say, my grandparents and then going to my in-laws later in the day, I would make sure I had a proper up day. Or at the very least, I would just have a really long eating window and not do OMAD. I just would make sure I got my 18 hours in. So there's lots of ways you can accommodate the things that are important to you. That's why I share my hours, share that even though I do OMAD most days, very rarely do the days look the same. I change my up days and down days when I do them. I change how long my OMAD is. You can see some of them on here are like 2.5 hours. Some of them are less than an hour. I know it's hard to see exact hours on here, but they just vary. So sometimes it is really 1, 2, 3, eat it really quick, enjoy it, close the eating window. And sometimes it's like, oh, I'll have some, like lately, beef biltong. It's really yummy. And then I'll have a dinner, and then I might have dessert. So one thing that was fun, yesterday, my eating window, yesterday the 18th? Yeah. So yesterday I had dinner. We had one of my favorite pizzas. I had this big salad, the pizza, and then my daughter really wanted to bake something. So she found a recipe, crumble cookie copycat, and she made them. And I was thinking of this while I ate my cookie. It was delicious. I really enjoyed it. But like, my daughter was also really proud to make them, and I was excited to eat them. But in the past, when I was dieting, I would have kind of wanted to participate, but wondered how many calories and maybe not wanted one with frosting. And I didn't have to do any of that game. I just ate the cookie and enjoyed it and was appreciative that she made them, and they were really good. So it was just really freeing to enjoy the fruits of my daughter's labor as part of my eating window. And I was appreciative of that. And I'm going to have another one probably tomorrow. So that's all. I've been rambling. So hope you guys have a great week. I will do Chatty live on Wednesday. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a good one. Ciao, Donna, ciao.